I have a lot of old art. Most of it is mediocre at best, but it's gotten slightly better over the ages, I believe. Hopefully. I don't know, maybe people watch me for my personality. I don't want to be mean to it, because everyone starts somewhere, and maybe just because I don't love my art doesn't mean that someone else doesn't long to draw that way. So instead, we're doing my own tier list. This is not all of my old art. No, most of it's in the garbage, and the rest of it is in storage bins, but I found a lot of it in my room. So that's what we're going to be going through today, just the random stuff in my room, and not even all of it. For every one good piece, I've drawn 15,000 bad ones, but we're going to tier list it. Oh, as you may see, I didn't actually write down the letters on this chart here, because I didn't want to I didn't want to put the wrong letters down. I googled tier list. They had a bunch of letters and I didn't need that many. Just assume this is S tier and this is F tier. And assume that the middle is just everything in between. This means I love it with everything in me, and it makes me very happy to see this piece of art. And this means that I shouldn't be allowed near a pen if I ever draw something like that ever again. Let's start with something that I'm actually kind of okay with. I don't absolutely hate it. This right here, I drew it with paint. I drew it with paint. I don't know why I said drew. And I painted it with a cardboard piece. It was one of those weird art classes where they're like, art can be made with anything, and you're like, yes it can, but I'm too lazy to learn how to use that thing. It's nothing impressive. But I like that it's textured because I could touch it, so we're just gonna stick that at good old A tier, or whatever orange is. Orange means I technically passed that class with an A, and I'm not sure why. I wonder what my art teacher would say about this. Next one, I don't like as much. This. Now you might be thinking, Pick, it's just a night sky. What's so bad about it? It's one of 8. I don't even know where the others are anymore. But this is labeled 1 of 8 because I wanted to learn how to do this so bad that I did it 8 fetching times. And just because of that, I'm just gonna slap it whatever the heck green is. Not everything I do makes sense. If you can't tell by the fact that I'm tier listing my art on Valentine's Day. But some of the other things I do that don't make sense are whatever this is. You would fold the paper in half and then pass it along, the next person would draw part of it. And I've got to say, they're something. There's 2 of them. There's actually like 6 of them, but I'm not putting that much tape on my wall because I am slightly afraid it's going to peel off my paint. I like this guy better than this guy. The way you're supposed to play this game is this is supposed to be the head, this is supposed to be the body, and this is supposed to be the feet. And instead, we put the head in the body and the shoulders in the middle and then a pumpkin and a car. So I just love that already. And I think that for creativity, we're putting it S tier. That is S tier material. Kind of same situation. He's a weird little blob guy, you know. He looks like I took Willy Wonka's hat and threw it on top of a gumball that's standing on a light. And I'm thinking because of that, he's not terrible, he's not great, so we're just gonna do what's going on orange. Whatever orange tier is. I really should have labeled these. Oh, you. We'll leave you for last. Instead, what we'll talk about is this. What in the world is this? It currently sits in the front of my economy book. I don't know why. And, I don't hate it. I'm really confused about what it is. Like, as the person who drew it, I could assign it meaning if I wanted it to have meaning. But really, it just looks like I didn't know what to draw, and I drew a bunch of scribbles, and I connected them with shading. But I kind of like it. I feel like I have to rank it higher since I put this in the front of my book bag. We're just, you know what? It could be our first yellow piece. Yellow is the I don't know why it exists category, but I'm not angry at it. Speaking of I don't know why this exists, once again, the teacher said we weren't allowed to use paintbrushes in the painting class, so I actually ran this over with a Hot Wheels car. This is fork marks, and I really don't love it because it's kind of gross, because for some reason I put all of this yellow on here that just looks like mustard, and it's not good. That was a weird art class. I could technically call this modern art. If I slap a banana and some duct tape on it, I could sell it for millions. NFT? It's nothing I'm proud of. So boom, it's green. I forgot you existed. Old Scottish bat, question mark? I drew him off the page. Like, I made one wing so long that it went off the page. Also, it's not the right wing shape, but I don't... It's just, okay, look at how unsymmetrical this thing is. I mean, it was the start of the fact that all I ever draw anymore cartoon animals. The start of something amazing, but also... I don't mean to offend the old Scottish bat, but I do think that it would be okay if it didn't exist. I was trying to be deep. I thought that I was so creative for drawing an umbrella that had rain in the background, and I don't know why. Like, because, you know, you see all those photos of, like, umbrellas blocking out all of the rain in all layers of dimension. There was, like, I'm a better artist because I know rain goes behind the umbrella. And I was so fetching proud of this thing, and now looking at it, it's kind of a disaster. Like, I didn't know how to paint, so I threw stripes on a page, and because of that, you're going down here. I just thought about something. I don't know if this tape is going to come off these art pieces. Have I made just a really bad mistake? So you know how I keep on talking about that one art class I took, like, in 2018, right? Well, she said we needed to draw something tiny and paint in watercolors, and I decided that snow globes were going to be my thing. There are probably 16 of these in existence because I just kept on painting snow globes. This is a duo piece. It is Lady Liberty on the front and then the Leaning Tower of Pisa on the back. And all of them are just kind of the same level of why? Because I had so much faith in this as a 7th, 6th grader. I don't know what I was in 2018. I'm homeschooled. I could be in 6th grade now and I wouldn't know. Or I feel like that moves them up a tier level to the I don't know why this exists, but I'm not mad at it category. Oh, hey, look, this one's digital. This is a printed digital piece. I drew this for my dead grandfather. Where did I find this? Because in memory, I think we should put it in S tier just for him. Oh, I love this guy so much. This is the beginning of Sad Robot Comics. For those of you who don't know and haven't dug through my entire Instagram page, I drew the Sad Robot Comics non-stop for like a month. I loved these guys. And the first one was a doodle made during church because I'm definitely paying attention. Definitely. Here's the thing. Actual art-wise, he's very unimpressive. The lines are wobbly, the shading doesn't make sense, the dimensions are crap. But that even though it looks like a 3rd grader drew him, and I was definitely not 3rd grade, he's S tier because he is my favorite thing in the world and we are keeping him there. But the reason I love this dang cute little robot so much is because I actually made a comic out of him. Now, no one can read this comic because I had no blessed clue what I was doing. And it kind of doesn't make sense, but I still love it with my whole heart. And even though it's kind of trash, just because something is awful doesn't mean I can't put it on S tier. Now here's my real adversary in life. My true Achilles heel is that no matter how far I come in life, no matter how many skills I learn, no matter how many pieces I draw, how many pieces I fail, the bane of my existence is the fact that I cannot escape my own brain, and I will always draw superhero OCs. This isn't all of them. I got some digital ones too. And I saved them as a cautionary tale to remind me to stop drawing superhero OCs, and yet I do it again. I just drew superhero OCs last weekend. I can't escape it. And they all look like they're from, like, Star Trek. Like, I've never even watched Star Trek. It's all so bad. Most of them are traced. This is a miraculous OC from Miraculous Ladybug. If these are your thing and you enjoy drawing them, you do you. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge you. But when it comes to me specifically, it's tearing apart my psyche. I am a broken human who goes between depressed robots, paintings that I don't like, animals, and cursed superhero OCs. And because of that, the whole entire category of over 100 superhero OCs is below whatever purple is. Will someone stop me from myself, please? Because this entire wall could be filled with superhero OCs, and I wouldn't even have to draw any new ones. I can't draw people well. Why do I keep on doing this to myself? So all I'm really saying here is, if you like what you're drawing, keep drawing it. If you hate what you draw, keep drawing it, because you can't escape the superhero OCs. This is my tier list. You can draw whatever you like. I can't, because all I can ever draw anymore are animals and superhero OCs. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. They're following me. They're on the floor now. They're everywhere. And they're like confetti. They're just gonna keep on appearing. Follow me on my Twitch, as I stream there about twice a week, on my YouTube, and follow my Twitter. It's all gonna be art related, or at least it was until I decided to bake a cake, but go watch that video. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know if these videos are actually gonna be here, but click on them. Click on link in description. And, bye peeps. Feel free to make fun of my art in the comments. I deserve it. Again, superhero OCs.